So you think that the lotto, winning the lotto, winning the lotto is going to solve all your problems, right? And you're not alone if you think this, okay? And you need to give yourself some pause and some compassion that this has been a solution that's been sold to you for decades, eons. It'll be in your body system, it'll be in your family history. I just win the lotto. If I could just win the lotto, if I could win the lotto. And what's part of this collective agreement of financial security and financial safety and believing that if you have more money that your life's going to be easy is that money becomes the focus. So you scramble, you get a job that you don't want, you get a mortgage because you believe that that's going to provide you safety by having your own house. And you straight away, you might say, but John, other generations, they were able to buy their mortgage in one salary, 1 year's salary, like $20,000, 20, like 30 grand back in the 50s could buy you a three-bedroom house, right? In Australia. And what is there is romanticizing of the past and then cursing the future. And what the collective ego does and the collective agreements do is they perpetuate themselves. Where if everybody believes that money is going to solve their problems, and that perpetuates the disease, that perpetuates the spell. And until you can reparent, repattern your central nervous system around money, then it doesn't matter how much money you get. Because I have clients and friends who are multimillionaires who still struggle in their relationships, who now that they have all this money are afraid to lose it. And even still, going even further, in the billions of dollars, you'll find that billionaires are wanting to research longevity treatments to live forever because now that they have trillions of dollars or billions of dollars, or they have access to that kind of asset, that asset tier, they want to live forever so they can enjoy it all, right? Can you hear the lunacy in all of this? Can you hear the crazy making of the spells, poison arrows, and the belief systems that have been constructed to perpetuate this, right? Now, let's say hypothetically that you do win lotto, you do win a couple of $1 billion, you pay off your house, you do this, you do that, and then it runs out. You're back to square one again, right? Now you got to be really cautious about how you spend it, right? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to try and invest it? Let's say you invested in Bitcoin or some kind of long-term asset, right? And the economy collapses, or the asset goes to zero, or you get a bit cocky in pulling your funds out and you hit a dip and you lose half of it, or a third of it, or two-thirds of it, even, or even if you go to zero, you zero out. Take a deep breath. You might be feeling this in your body. For people who are on this deeper inner work journey to align with cosmic harmony, sometimes we do need those life lessons to reorientate, to align ourselves to what is really true for us. And if we've been working for money for most of our lives, then what is our commitment to our relationships? What is our commitment to the connection? Because and this is a reoccurring theme with people that talk to people on their deathbed. What do you wish you had more time doing? It's not, wish I could spend another night, wish I could spend another 5 more hours at work. It wasn't, I wish I could have won the lottery. It wasn't. It was, I wish I connected to the people that I love the most. I wish I had deeper connections. I wish I spent more time with my wife, my children, enjoyed living. Okay. And you can live on your own land. You can live in a neighborhood. You can live out on the street, and you can have connection. Did you know that people who are homeless loop in homelessness because of what's not available versus available there? You'll find that the Salvation Army and other institutions that provide homes to homeless people, to get them, depending on how long that person's been homeless for, there can be is equal amount of time to decondition them from homelessness, where they realize that actually having a house is a much more hard work than what it appears to be. then just sleeping on the streets are known to them. So cool, got my stuff, you know. I know that I don't always get the best sleep, but I still sleep. I have no responsibility. So if you're avoiding responsibility, or if responsibility has been a thing that you feel like is making your life uneasy, if it's making your life harder than what you think it is, then it really is your alignment to your responsibility. And have you been guilted into responsibility? Like, has your drive to generate income, wealth, whatever you want to call it, been driven by guilt or shame or what would happen? What would other people think? Then all of that's part of the collective ego. So if you can start to say no to the parts of you that's been doing things out of obligation, you start to say no to the things that have driven you into believing that if you win $1 million, that all of your worries will go away, or 40 million or 30 million or whatever it is, then that's the illusion. Because until you be with the parts of you that have always been there and have been driving you to these kind of external beliefs of security, you won't find the safety inside your body. And when you do have all of that money, you'll flip into people just want to be friends for my money. People just hang out with me for my money, right? You may even keep it a secret, but it'll still be there in your unconscious. So what I've found is that when you spend your life force and vitality on something that's truly meaningful for you, you're paid in dividends that you can't get from winning lotto or winning a windfall of whatever it is. And some people that do this work are an end to that cosmic, that collective agreement, the collective ego of having to live a life like that, where you guilt your way or leverage your way into financial indebtedness or responsibility. So you're working your life. You trade your vitality for dollars in the bank account. And when someone can be with that they're so deeply supported in ways that they haven't got space in their body to feel right now, that's when it starts to shift. That's when it starts to shift. When you can see that your worth is more than the dollar figures in your bank account, and maybe you hang out with people whose worth is their dollar figures are in their bank account, where it's like, oh, I earned 20K today, 30K, 100K, or whatever it is. And those might tickle your ears, and you might feel a little bit of envy or the comparison of like, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So in that comparison, you betray yourself, you betray your body, you betray your own belief system, you betray your own inner authority. That path might not even be for you. And you don't know what they've done to get to that point. You don't know what they've maybe done in alignment or out of alignment. And whatever's given to you is a gift from the cosmos anyway. It's a gift from the cosmos anyway. And whatever's been not gifted to you has been stolen, right? And there's a debt attached to that. So if you're doing it, if you're trying to think your way into wealth, if you're trying to think your way into not feeling scarce, if you're trying to think your way into getting money, then it just incurs a fate. And that fate will come with a debt, like a bailiff that's attached to it. And it's not a punishment. It's just, hey, there's either cosmic harmony or there's not. And cosmic harmony is easy. It's easy. So easy. And you might say, but John, what about tax? What about this? What about that? What about bills to pay? It's like, yeah, those are all things that you can say no to, or you can say yes to and feel it. If you need help with that stuff, ask for help from the cosmos, from the invisible world. Because if you've been led to believe, and a lot of my clients are hyper independent clients, you've got to do it all on your own. Then this is the pattern that you can choose to break, or you can keep on doing what you've been doing for the most of your life, is doing it your way, getting the results, patting yourself on the back, thinking that you're doing it, and then realizing that you're starving, you're denying all these invisible helpers that want to help you, that listen to your body, that know much better than you do because they've been here for a lot longer than you have, and they're attuned to the atomic realm, and they know what's happening at an atomic level, which you don't. If you want to keep on doing it your own way, then you'll just find out that it's it's not the best way. The best way is to listen to your body, your common senses, and trust. Not trust in a faith way, but trust that there's something that's always been there that's been starved from you, you've been convinced doesn't exist. And hopefully, what I've shared here has helped to repattern your body to feel a level of safety in your body around money. And if it hasn't, then bummer. And if it has, then great. You're on the correct trajectory to aligning yourself with cosmic harmony. And there's more to harmony than winning the lotto.